Hey, it's Willie Armelini with your Floral Industry Buzz. So today I'm going to interview Oren Shapiro of the newly minted Crayola Flowers. Crayola has obviously been in the crayon business for 120 years or something, and I've been aware of this pending flower adventure for several years now. And I'm happy to say that it finally came to fruition, and it's all about almost philanthropy, giving back. Looking at their website, it's all about making donations to charities and different things by buying flowers. Pretty clever. But I'll let Oren tell us about it because he's the president. So without further ado, Oren Shapiro. All right. So Oren Shapiro from the newly minted Crayola Flowers. You and I have been sort of dancing around this project for a couple of years, and I'm glad to see it come to fruition. And it's really interesting because I've gone to the website there, and it seems that this is all about giving back. Interesting concept that you or they or whoever jointly came together to put this thing together. I sort of like where you're heading with it. So why don't you tell us about it? Because you came a long way to get this far.
Yeah, that's for sure. As you pointed out, we've been talking, you and I have been talking about this for years. So it has been a labor of love that's been developing even since, as an idea, it started developing probably 8, 9 years ago.
Hmm.
But really kind of accelerated pre-COVID when, kind of our desire to sell flowers, but give back. At the local level, we wanted to bring that to kind of more of a national stage. And so we had been developing this platform actually throughout COVID. So when things were shut down, my brother and I were holed up in our offices, kind of working on the whiteboard, formulating what this platform was going to look like, and it's evolved tremendously over the years, and then finally, about 4 plus years into it, we finally launched. So it's this was a program that we wanted to bring nationally, and we really believed that we needed a great partner, and so it didn't take us long to think about Crayola as a potential partner for something like this. Obviously, as you know, Crayola has been around for a long time, and it's a great brand
Yeah.
with a great brand integrity. Um, and it's all about color and creativity.
So
So it
you
seemed like a natural fit.
as Mrs. Blooms, I guess you went to Crayola because you obviously are in the flower business. So you brought the idea to them, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. So we've been in the flower business for over 20 years, and so we had developed the platform, and we brought the intellectual property, we brought the website, the idea to Crayola, and they were quite intrigued. And they had us come in and present to them, and we presented to them the idea of that we had with respect to this platform that we had built, and they loved it. And it was in fairly short order. We actually entered into an agreement with Crayola. So we are an exclusive licensee of Crayola's. However, it's a very unique business relationship. It's one really more of a joint venture. And I think, as I told you when we met, this is probably their most important project,
Hmm.
certainly their most important life project that they have going on. And there's involvement on the Crayola side. There's involvement from the top down. So it's really exciting. And to the platform, what we've done is, I think we've changed the floral e-commerce paradigm, or at least that's our sort of our goal. And we think we're doing that or I think we've done that by creating a site where any nonprofit, any charity, even a for-profit company that wants to create a fundraiser to benefit either a corporate foundation or a cause that they champion can all create their own custom branded fundraisers on our platform.
Based on the program
And
that you've built, right?
and we've built in
Based on the program you've built and
exactly,
launched.
exactly. And exactly. And this stems from years of experience that we've had involved in fundraising, where we've learned that there are quite a few pain points in fundraising. If there's a heavy lift in terms of having to bring on volunteers, handling cash, sending out flyers, it's a difficult fundraiser to perform, and organizations are less likely to take part in them. And then on top of it, what we found is organizations, in particular schools, et cetera, it's the same product. It's the chocolate, it's the cookie dough, it's the gift wrap and the candles that, people are just tired of. And so the product itself, fresh flowers, was one that really was exciting to a lot of people. So really marrying the two together into a platform that makes fundraising really automated, because we have very much automated the process. So effectively, an individual, a member of a nonprofit, can create a fundraiser, register and create a fundraiser in less than 10 minutes. And they can create their own custom branded shop that's open year round. And really leveraging those many gift giving moments
Where are the
throughout
flowers?
the year, whether it's a,
Where are the flowers coming
what's that?
from? Where are the flowers coming from?
So we're working with some amazing growers in Ecuador right now, and also as well as in California. So products from Ecuador and California, and through fulfillment in Miami. But just came back from the show in Colombia. We'll be bringing on some Colombian growers as well, and we hope that over time, as the business develops, we'll be able to hopefully bring on other source countries to ship. Obviously, FedEx being our limiting factor, because the product is shipping FedEx direct to consumer.
Right, which is how it has to work in this case. Yeah. So it goes
Yeah, it does. But
it goes right to the school, or it goes right to the whoever initiated it, I guess. Yeah.
exactly. So we have different types of fundraisers on our platform. So it could be a more traditional e-commerce product with a bouquet shipping in a box to the end consumer throughout the U.S. Or we have a different type of fundraiser that could be centered around a holiday or occasion, in which product ships in bulk to a school, let's say, or to a company, where they'll hand out product to all those who have participated. So we have different types of fundraisers, different purposes, different cost structures associated with them, but there is flexibility in terms of what type of fundraiser you'd like to do.
So the whole program really is about fundraising. Yes.
It is, yes, absolutely. I mean, this platform was built as a fundraiser first, e-commerce second. That is, and I think that's evident through and through, and what we've heard already. And in just a few short weeks, we've got people throughout the United States who have created fundraisers and who've made purchases. We've already heard over and over again, and we've actually seen it based on the timing, that from registration to setup, we have seen people who have done that in as little as 4 minutes, from registration to actually creating a fundraiser. And again, once we vet that fundraiser and review it, it can go live nationally instantaneously. So that's the power of it, and I think therein lies the interest. Crayola, which happens to be a very, very philanthropic organization, and I think that is one of the things that really was really exciting to them. They understand retail. They understand certainly the school space, of which they're obviously a big player. And in our presentation, I think we made them understand that this fundraising platform is something for everybody. So whether you're a charity, whether you are any other nonprofit, whether you are Pepsi that wants to do a fundraiser for Feeding America, you'll be able to do it. And actually, next phase is individuals such as kids who perhaps want to maybe a child maybe cares about the rainforest, and perhaps they want to create a fundraiser for World Wildlife Foundation. They'll have the ability to actually create their own fundraiser on our platform with parental approval. And as with all fundraisers, our platform creates a unique link that they can share very, very easy through social media, email to constituents, supporters, family and friends, and the like. So a lot of cool tools to really help people really disseminate their fundraiser, build awareness. Um, so
All right,
yeah,
so what's in this for Crayola? Is it just PR, or are they make a couple of pennies on these things as well?
well, we hope they're going to make a lot of pennies off of it, because if they make a lot of pennies off of it, that means we're making a lot of pennies off it. And it means our charities are making a lot of pennies off of it. So, I think, but I do believe that Crayola views this program very, very differently than their traditional license deals. And that's evident by the amount of human capital that they've put into helping us, develop and promote, providing great, amazing guidance based on their many, many years of experience with the consumer. It's been a tremendous partnership. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just your business card is quite colorful.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's carried through. Interesting, Willie. It's a totally new brand that's been developed. So people in their mind, when you say Crayola, they're thinking the crayon box. And I think it's really important to note that it's not the green and yellow chevron crayon box that we as kids grew up and even my parents grew up using. It's a different brand. It's meant to appeal to the flower purchasers. It's a more of an upscale brand, extremely colorful, of course, but it's unique because there is that nostalgic connection to a brand that people know and people trust, and so we can never escape crayons, of course.
I probably wouldn't. If I were you, I'd probably use the crayon box, create a flower box that looks like the crayon box is what I would do, because you have that brand recognition. People know what that is, and they know there's colorful things inside. So whether it's flowers or crayons, I think that's what I would be doing. But anyway, I'll leave that to you.
Well, stay tuned, Willie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, well, it's a very interesting project, and like I say, we've been sort of thinking about it for years, and I'm, was really curious to how it was really going to take effect because, well, you didn't give me a whole lot of information other than Crayola was involved, and that was, enough said. So sitting back and watching, waiting to see what you did, and you had this gigantic launch at Central Station, Grand Central. That's
Yeah, we missed you
pretty,
there, Willie.
it's pretty brazen.
Yes, it was brazen, but it was a great event, and our farms came from far and wide to support us. Our farms are very much behind us, and we understand that we are only as good as our partner farms, and the support that they provide, the product that they provide. And they have been, every one of them has been a champion of what we're doing. Because in the end, it isn't just about making money. It's, we're helping some of the most amazing charities in the United States generate what hopefully will be significant revenue for their missions. And so it's about that, and it's about importantly, it's about growing awareness. And we have some really large national nonprofits on our platform, but we also have some lesser known ones. And so it's an opportunity. We through our platform, we are looking to provide an opportunity for even smaller local nonprofits to be able to get their message out and to raise money on a national basis. And so we think that over time, as people come to our site, we hope that this is going to be a place where the consumer can determine what cause they want to have an effect on. And quite frankly, I'm not sure if you've seen the site, but on one of our fundraisers, 10% of all gross sales are going back to the charity.
Hmm.
It's a big number.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
big number. And and in some cases the charities have the ability to select their own flowers they want to fundraise with and set their own price. So a lot of optionality. um and we're really excited to see where this thing goes, and hopefully, hopefully also, we're going to inspire other companies maybe to kind of change their models a little bit. And if we do that, we would welcome it. And charities, I think charities would also benefit from that.
So will we be seeing Crayola flowers on television or on in social media? Where I mean, they obviously will promote it.
Absolutely. So through social media, of course, through Instagram and Facebook, LinkedIn, of course, TikTok. We have social media campaigns are being worked on every day. These are going to be tied in. These are going to be tied into various occasions and events throughout the year. We'll actually be working very closely with our nonprofit partners, and their calendars to develop social media campaigns to amplify their messages. So, for instance, the American Cancer Society, which just signed on, obviously October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we've created a campaign for that. They're amplifying our message. We're amplifying their message. We're actually close to adding the Alzheimer's Association to our platform too. So with all of these nonprofits, we will be working very, very closely with them to develop campaigns throughout the year to highlight their specific cause. So if it's a run walk, if it's the longest day in June, which is a very large event for the Alzheimer's Association, obviously Veterans Day for Wounded Warrior Project. The list goes on and on. But really, that's going to be the focus of our social media, is going to be integrating very, very closely with our nonprofits and providing them the tools to kind of drive people to their shop to help raise money for their cause.
Well, Oren, this has been an interesting 20 minutes for us because I was here just, it's different. I'm glad you're not just another company selling flowers. I didn't think we needed that. So I'm glad to see that there's sort of another motive here, a charitable motive, which is great. We need that. And flowers work their magic. So you have the magic elixir in a box. It's just a matter of, advertising it and getting people to use it.
Yeah, yeah, no, and I appreciate that, Willie. And I think, we're not really just paying lip service to giving back. There's plenty of that out there. And I would say though, that no matter what, any company that gives back in any way whatsoever, it's important.
Yeah.
And obviously it's important to them. We see it across the board, whether we're talking to a supermarket or whether we're talking to really any company out there. This has really become part of their DNA. It's certainly part of our DNA. And we're going to continue to do all we can and bring as many nonprofits on board uh, to help raise money.
All right. Well, Oren, thank you for your time today. I know you're a busy fellow because you've got a lot of things cooking over there. So, and I'll give you my last Crayola story. Once upon a
Love
time,
to hear that.
I do have a story about Crayola. Once upon a time, I was going to buy a Porsche, and I went to Brumo's, I believe it, in Pennsylvania, because I think Crayola is based over in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
That's right,
and I
Easton.
walked in and I saw this beautiful Porsche, and I said, "Wow, that's the one I want." And they said, "Well, that's owned by one of the Crayola founders," and it was just a beautiful light blue color. But I couldn't afford it, so I bought the cheaper one. But that's my Crayola story. So it was really a pretty color car, and I wish I'd have bought it. Frankly, I think it was a turbo Porsche way back when.
What style was it?
It was the 911 turbo. It was just a really
Oh,
pretty car with the flared fenders and everything. It was cute. And it was in that pastel blue color that was really charming, looked like a Crayola crown. So that is my story for Crayola. So
Very nice. Well, we've heard a lot of Crayola stories out there, none quite as entertaining as yours. So, maybe what we're going to do is put on social media and ask people to post their Crayola story.
yeah, I know, why
Perhaps
not?
we'll,
Yeah, everybody has
yeah.
it because we've all eaten crowns. We've eaten them as a kid. You got to eat a few to see how they taste.
Well, I haven't brought my lunch today, so I might be doing just that with my color 64. So just drop me a line. Let me know what color I should eat, and I'll do that for you, Willie.
All right. Well, you have a nice day and thank you for your time. And we'll get this published pretty soon.